Do you want to be a more confident athlete? In this video, we're going to go over a simple 3-step strategy that you can use to build confidence as an athlete. Hey there, I'm Eli Straw, I'm a performance coach and the founder of SuccessStartsWithin.com. Now, when you're confident, there's a certain amount of trust that you have in yourself and your skills. But more than that, true confidence is a feeling. It's a sense of knowing that you're going to go out there and you're going to play well. Have you ever felt like that before? Where before the game even started, you could tell it was going to be a good day. That is the essence of confidence that we're really trying to capture in this video. Now, this takes understanding what it truly means for you to be confident, and then it takes understanding what impacts your confidence the most. In addition, it requires you to apply a specific sports psychology tool that will work on retraining your mind to build trust. All of that can happen if you follow this strategy. So step number 1 is you want to identify what it truly feels like to be confident. For this first step, we are going beyond a simple definition. Definitions are full of words, and what we're after is a feeling. So cast away all thoughts about what it means to be confident, and I want you to try something new. What you want to do is make yourself 2 different lists. The first list will include the 3 worst performances of your life. Now, I know these aren't exactly the most fun memories to revisit, but just bear with me. Once you've listed them out, try to remember what your mindset was like. How were you feeling during those performances? What were you thinking about? And what were you focused on? Write it down for each one. Now, look over what you wrote and come up with a single statement that's going to describe what you were feeling. Now, that's what it means for you to not be confident. Now it's time for your second list. And to be honest with you, this one's going to be a little bit more fun. Think about the best 3 performances of your life, and I want you to write them down. Then, once again, outline what you were feeling and what your mindset was like. Now, create a single sentence or a single statement that describes what it means for you to be confident. For example, you may say, confidence for me means feeling relaxed and enjoying myself. That's what you must focus on in order to perform confidently. The reason this is an important first step is because confidence as a feeling is honestly going to vary from player to player. Yes, at the core, it's about self-belief. But what does that feel like for you? I've worked with athletes who play their best when, they feel pissed off and angry, and others who play their best when they are having fun and when they're feeling relaxed. The point is, there is no right or wrong answer. The feeling of confidence is the feeling you have when you play your best, because that's the feeling that tells your mind, today is going to be a good day. And then step number 2 is you want to identify what factors contribute to your confidence. Now that you have a clear definition of what it means for you to be confident and a specific mindset that you want to get into, you need to figure out what leads to that feeling in the first place. This can be done by coming up with another list. Now, I know I like making lists, but you want to aim to write 10 things down that influence how confident you feel. These can be anything from your pregame routine to how the coach is feeling that day. Now, I don't want you to worry about feeling like it's a good thing that impacts your confidence or it's a bad thing that impacts your confidence. Just simply write it down for this step. Now, next, you want to look over that list and you want to circle the top 3 that are within your control. For example, if you said mental preparation influences your confidence, then that would definitely be in your control. However, if you said that feedback from your coach is going to influence your confidence, then that's not going to be 100% within your control. Now, this isn't to feel badly about yourself or anything like that. What you're doing is you're identifying what is in your control for a specific reason. You want to focus on what's in your control that influences your confidence. Your aim is to take the 3 items you circled and think about how you can focus on them and leverage them going into a game to improve your confidence. That way, you are placing your attention on something that you have control over that you know will positively impact how confident you feel. And then step number 3 is you want to change your thinking. If you think that you aren't confident, you won't be confident. If you think that you are confident, well, then you will be confident. It's really that simple, but it's also extremely hard. Thinking confidently is difficult if you've been playing badly recently. It's tough if you look around and you feel like your teammates are a lot more skilled than you are and they are producing a lot better than you are during competition. Thinking confidently is also hard when your coach or your parents don't give you the encouragement that you wish that they would give you. But remember, we are here to focus on building your confidence, and that takes focusing solely on yourself. To work on changing your thinking, you need to ask yourself just one simple question. How do I need to think to feel more confident? That question is not going to be hard to answer. What's hard is applying the answer on a consistent basis, especially after you make a mistake or you're having a bad game. But remember, building confidence is an active process, so you have to keep at it. Something that's going to help is a process known as cognitive restructuring. Now, this involves modifying negative and unhelpful thoughts and coming up with new, positive, and productive ones. In terms of your confidence, this means becoming clear on what you currently say to yourself that is lowering your confidence either during practices or games. Then creating a list of confidence boosting statements that you want to repeat to yourself every single day. The repetition of these new statements is where you're going to see your confidence grow. What happens as you continue to repeat them is that they're going to become wired as new thought patterns. And that's going to make it much easier to remember those confident building statements going into a game. And by thinking these new thoughts during a game, your confidence is going to be increased in the moment. Now, that strategy that I just went over is going to help tremendously if you apply it to becoming a more confident athlete. But there's also an additional strategy that you can use to make the process even more powerful, and that's mental coaching. With one-on-one mental performance coaching, you're going to be taken through an even more in-depth version of the exercises that I just went over. In addition, we will dive into what right now is negatively impacting your confidence. Each week, we will have an hour-long coaching session where you will learn even more tools that you can use to build your confidence as an athlete. So to learn more about one-on-one mental performance coaching to build confidence, go ahead and click the link that I've put in the description below.